Welcome into the video. I'm your tech guy Wayne, and today I'm bringing you my full new user guide on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S10 FE. And this is basically a compilation video. It has every video I've shot on this tablet, and I put it together and call it my new user guide because it's a one-stop shop that'll teach you everything you'll need to know to learn how to use this tablet. So make sure you watch all the way to the end so you don't miss any important tips. And if you get any value out of this video, make sure you bump that like button down below. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and start with a walkthrough of the exterior of the tablet. At the very top of the tablet, you'll have a power/standby button and a volume up and volume down. When we tap that power button, it will wake up the screen. Pressing it again will put the tablet to sleep. This is the charging port at the bottom of the tablet here. Now, one important thing to note, this tablet does not have an auxiliary port. You have to plug in headphones from this same jack. And here I just have the adapter. If you like to plug in your older headphones that use an auxiliary port like this, they sell these Y adapters that you can essentially plug with the Type-C port into the bottom, and then it will give you a charging port and it will give you an auxiliary port. So if you have older headphones you want to use, you'll need an adapter like this, and I'll link one on screen right here. On the left side of the tablet, you will find your SIM port, and this is for plugging in a micro SD card. This tablet will allow you to expand the storage. I want to say up to either 1 or 2 terabyte. So if you do have an older micro SD card, you can put it in right here. You want to find the SIM ejector tool that is in the box, and you use this to basically pop out that SIM tray and put in your SIM card. I'll link on screen right here to some great memory card recommendations if you'd like to expand the storage more than what it already has. And finally, on the bottom of the tablet here, you'll have these 3 pins. And this is if you would like to purchase Samsung's proprietary dock. That is a keyboard dock. They also sell a case as well. And when you purchase their keyboard dock, it actually will use the power of the tablet to connect and to power the keyboard. So I will link that one down here as well. If you want to check out their keyboard dock, it will allow you to have a full keyboard, and it also serves as a case too. Okay, next let's transition into how to unlock the tablet. Now, if you tap the screen twice, it will automatically wake up the tablet if it's on but asleep, and then take your finger and simply drag it across the screen, and that will wake up the tablet so you can get to what is called the home screen. This is where you'll find most of your apps. Now, these are just a couple of the apps. If you want to get to all the apps on the tablet, you just need to swipe up on the screen, and this will take you to what's called your app drawer. And here you'll see all the tablets that are currently installed on the tablet. You'll also find these little folders here, and this is where you'll find some of the extra apps as well. We're going to go over apps in a later part of the video, but just wanted to show you that initial step. Now, to navigate the tablet, you'll want to look at these buttons in the bottom right here. This is your recent apps button. This is your home button. And this is your back button. You'll use those 3 buttons to help in navigating the tablet. So let's start with the home button. Basically, whenever you open up one of these little apps, the home button takes you back to the home screen. If I were to open Google Chrome, which is the web browser, and then I want to go back to the home screen, I'm going to tap on the home button. No matter what you're doing, tapping the home button takes you back to the home screen. Now, this is your recent apps button. So whenever we open up one of these little icons that are called apps, they will stay running in the background of your tablet until you close them. Now, one small note, these icons, they're called apps, which is short for applications. Think of how computers have programs, tablets have applications, or apps for short. So when I refer to apps, I'm referring to these little icons on the home screen. Now, I just opened Google Chrome, and then I hit the home button. And because I did that, Google Chrome is still running in the background of the tablet. How do I know that? If I tap on the recent apps button, I'm going to see my Google Chrome is right here. It's still running, and I can tap here to get right back to that app and continue using it. Okay? Now, if I want to close out Google Chrome, I'm going to tap on my recent apps button, and I simply just swipe up, and that will close out that one app. Now, if I want to close all the apps that are running, because you can see here I have YouTube open, I have my camera open, I have my settings, I can close them all in one shot by tapping close all. So that's what this button does. It shows you all your running apps. It allows you to maneuver between your running apps and to close them. Now next we have what is called the back button. This simply takes you back one step. Now if I swipe up and I go to settings, and let's say I go to display and then I go to edge panel. So I just went to the settings app and then I just went deeper into the menu. If I want to go back one step, I simply tap on the back button here and that'll take me back one page. If I press it again, it'll take me back again. And once you've gone back as far as you can, that back button will take you out of the app and back to the home screen. So these are the main three buttons you'll be using to navigate the tablet. Now, aside from these three buttons, you'll also be using a swipe down gesture from the top of the screen. Now there is swiping from the left of the camera, so our camera's here. If I swipe from the left, it's going to show me all of the current notifications that have come through the tablet. A notification could be an email, a Facebook notification, a TikTok notification, an Instagram notification. All of those will come through here and you can interact with them. So this is an article about TCL TVs. If I tap on this, it'll take me in to be able to look at that article. So these are your notifications. Now on the right, if I swipe to the right of the camera, so our camera's here, if I swipe to the right, this brings up what is called our control center. And this is basically where you'll have shortcuts to the most frequently used settings on the tablet. So, for example, at the top we have our Wi-Fi button and our Bluetooth button. If we want to connect to a Wi-Fi network, I'm going to first tap on Wi-Fi. Now notice the Wi-Fi button was lit up in white and now it's grayed out. When it's grayed out, it means that it's off. If you want to turn it on, simply tap it. It'll light up in white. And if you want to switch your Wi-Fi network, you'll simply take your finger and long press on the Wi-Fi icon, and then it will bring up the menu and allow you to see all the other Wi-Fi networks that are available for you to connect to. Find the one you want to connect to, and then you'll simply type in the password. That's how easy it is to connect to Wi-Fi. Now, same thing with Bluetooth. And here we have this menu of shortcut apps that are, and here we have this shortcut menu of frequently used settings from rotation, airplane mode, power saving mode, GPS, and a bunch of other cool ones. Do not disturb. Now watch this. If I swipe down like this, it'll bring up a few additional settings shortcuts. Now here I have an adjustment bar for brightness. I can lower my screen brightness or I can raise it. Here I can raise my volume or I can lower it. You can also long press on this sound button right here, and this will take you to your sound menu where you can make additional changes like change a notification sound or even changing the ringtone sound. Now, if you want to put your tablet on vibrate, you'll tap on this speaker and this will automatically basically toggle it. And this one is interesting. It actually doesn't have a vibrate option. It simply has a sound on or sound off. Usually there is a vibration mode as well, but this one does not have that. So no problem, it just is what it is. Now, a couple of other important things to note in this section. You have a power button right here. This is a shortcut button that you'll use to power off your tablet. So if I tap on this button here, it'll take me right to my power menu, and I can power off my tablet by tapping the power off button, or I can restart my tablet by tapping the restart button. That is how you would power off the tablet to then be able to have it restart itself. And then all the way to the right here, we have a settings wheel. This is a shortcut that will take you right to the settings menu. So tapping here will take me right to the settings. So this is the notification panel, and you'll have, again, your notifications here and your shortcut menu here for some of the different settings shortcuts. Okay, this brings us to the end of the first full section, which is just simply navigating the tablet. And so far, if you've gotten value out of the video, please take a minute and bump that like button down below. That is just a small way of saying thank you, and it will help the video to reach more people. Now, in the next section, we're going to go over apps, how to download them, where they're saved, and just some other important tips you'll need to know around that. To download apps, you'll be using the Google Play Store, which is this app right here. You'll simply go in the first time, and if when you tapped on the Google Play icon, if it didn't take you here, it just means you need to sign into a Google account first. So if you have a Google account, it'll prompt you to sign into your Google account and password, and if not, in the bottom left corner there is a button that'll say create account. Click on that and go ahead and set up a free Google account. Now, once you're in, this is the Play Store. This is basically the one-stop shop for apps. So if you want to download an app on your tablet, this is where you go. Now, there's different ways to download apps. You can just search through, and there are just tons and tons of apps you can select from. You can just kind of browse. But if you already know what app you want to download, what you'll want to do is look for the search button to the left here and just simply tap. And you can either tap in the box here to bring up the keyboard, and here you can type in the name of the app you want to search, or you can use the microphone in the corner, simply tap on this, and then you can say the name of the app. For example, the first time it will ask you to give it permission. Okay, let's try it again. Uber. Say the name of the app. It'll automatically search it for you, and then the app will come up. You'll tap on this blue install button, and then it will begin to download. Now, one important thing to note is that not all apps are free. Most are free, but not all are free. So that install button, in fact, let me show you an example. So yeah, this install button right here, when it's blue and it says install, it's telling you it's a free app. However, if it doesn't say install, if it has a price in it, then that's letting you know it is an app that is a paid app and you will need to pay for it. So just keep in mind that, because not all apps are free. Now, once you install the app, we're going to hit our home button. We're going to swipe up, and in our app drawer, this is where we will find the app. Here's the Uber app right here. It's already downloaded, and now we can tap it to go ahead and sign in. So sometimes you'll know the name of the app, which is great. You just tap the microphone and say the name, or you can say the type of app. For example, maybe you're looking for a slot machine app, or you're looking for a solitaire game. You can just say solitaire, and then it will search and try to find the closest match to that. So that's how easy it is to download apps to your tablet. Now, they won't always add the apps to your home screen. So if you want an app that you've downloaded to be on the home screen, you'll swipe up. Let's say I want to put this YouTube music on the home screen. I'm going to take my finger and press and hold on this icon and then drag down, and then it will take me to the home screen, and then I can just drop the app right there. So that's how you move the apps from the drawer to the home screen. Now, you might see some apps on here that you don't want to be on the screen. So here's how to delete an app from the home screen. It'll still be on the tablet, but it won't be on this main screen. Let's say this game hub, you don't want this to be here. Long press for 1 second, and then when this menu pops up, tap on remove, and then it will take it off of the screen. And now I can long press on my YouTube Music app, and then I can just drag it over here and drop it right in the spot. That's how you move your apps around. You can also create pages. Right now, if I swipe to the left, it takes me to a new page here, and I can just swipe back and forth. But if I want to make another new page, I'm going to just grab any app, long press, and drag to the edge, and as you keep going to the edge, it will create new pages. So here we have a third page, and now 1 page, 2 pages, 3 pages. So that's how you create additional pages if you want to organize the apps on the home screen and have different pages for different things. When you swipe to the right, it'll take you to your Google home page, and here you'll see all kind of things. So you'll see different articles based on things that you search on Google. Here, I'm a big sports guy, so I have sports scores from a lot of the teams that I follow that I can just see right here. And you can also search for new teams, and basically it's intuitive. So when you search for something, it'll make a note and it will recommend those things in the future if newer information becomes available. If you want to get back to the home screen, tap the home button, and now we're back here. Now next, let's talk about how to make the text size a little larger. So we're going to go to our settings app right here, and you want to come down to display, and then we're going to swipe up and go to font and style. And here we can adjust the size of the font. So right here, this is the current setting we're on, and this is the preview of what it will look like. And if we tap on the bubble to the right, the text will get larger. Keep going, larger, larger, and larger. So you'll notice everything is getting larger as I'm dragging the font size to the right. If I hit the home button, you can see now how the text is larger below the apps. If I go to Google Chrome, which is the web browser, you'll notice that all the words are bigger and it's a bit easier to see everything. So that is how you increase the size of the font. Now watch this. I'm going to hit the recent app button and I can go right back to the settings just by doing that. You can also change the font style. So there is a defont style, but I can switch it to a different font, and sometimes other fonts make it easier to read the screen. That's a more bold font. So play around with that until you find the right mix of font size and style to help you with reading the screen. Now, if I want to adjust it, I'm going to adjust it back down just a bit, maybe to about here. But feel free to set this to what makes the most sense for you and what's best for your eyes. Now next, I want to go over how to secure your tablet by setting a passcode. But before I go over that, I just want to give a quick plug. These are the Tozo NC20s, a really inexpensive pair of earbuds that go great with this tablet. They have a cool display on the front, so it'll show you how much battery life you have left. They are water resistant as well, and they have active noise cancellation. And they're under $50 on Amazon. So I'm going to link these right here. And if you want to pick up a pair, check out that link. I've been using them for quite a while and I've had a really great experience. So if you're looking for some great earbuds to go with this tablet, I would tell you to check these out. Okay, so if you want to set a passcode on your tablet so that someone would need to put in a code to access it, here's how you do it. You're going to go to your settings. Now you can go to the settings by tapping on the settings wheel here, or as a reminder, you can swipe down from the top of the screen and tap on the settings wheel right here. Now, we're going to swipe up and go to security and privacy, and then go to lock screen. And here, we're first going to set a PIN. Now, the difference between a PIN, because there's two different options here. There is a PIN, a password, and a pattern. These are the three different options you have to select from. A PIN is a 4 to 6 digit number. A password contains numbers and letters. And a pattern is just a combination that you'll do to lock the tablet. I like the pattern myself because it's a bit funner and easier. The PIN is probably the most standard method. And if you feel like you need to have an extra layer of security, then you'll want to go with the password. Let's do a pattern like this. And I'm going to make just a really simple password in L. Put it in once. It'll ask you to put it in again to confirm it. Hit confirm. And now we have a passcode on our tablet. Now, once you set a passcode, it will ask you what information you would like to be displayed when the tablet is locked. And these are the different options. You can have just icons that show up in the corner. You can have cards that actually give you a preview of the information. For example, it might show you a preview of an email that has just come through. So you can kind of select from these different options here. This is a cleaner option, whereas the card option, it won't allow you to just see the wallpaper. It'll actually always have text on it. So I tend to like the icon option. I'm going to hit done. Okay, so now that we've set a passcode, the next thing is we can set up two other options, one of which is a fingerprint. And you can use the power button to unlock the tablet with your fingerprint. So that's one option. Another option is the facial recognition. And basically, whenever you lift the tablet up in front of you, it will scan your face and it can unlock that way as well. So those are two other methods to set on top of the whatever passcode or PIN you set. And to do that, just simply select facial recognition or fingerprints. Let's do a fingerprint really quick here. I'm going to hit continue. Now for the case of this tablet, I'm going to program my left pointer finger because it's the most natural button. If I'm holding the tablet, just tapping with this button makes the most sense in terms of unlocking the tablet. So first, I'm going to tap register, and then I'm going to take my finger, and then I'm just going to tap. Just like this. And you simply just press down and lift. You don't need to press hard, just tap it like normal. And it will give you instruction if you need to move around or you need to change, but the goal is for it to get a good scan of your fingerprint by moving it around. And we're almost done. Now, there's two ways that people are going to hold this tablet. One way is like this in the landscape position, which is the long way. But you may also hold the tablet in the portrait, which is with it standing up. So when we program our next fingerprint, we're going to do a different fingerprint, and I'll show you. Now watch this. We're going to hit add, and I'm going to add a second fingerprint. Because if I'm holding the tablet this way, it's not going to be comfortable for me to use this finger to unlock the tablet. So this way, I'm going to tap like this. And now I can have two different fingerprints programmed. I always recommend don't just program one, because what if you have something on one of your hands? Maybe one of your hands is sticky or dirty or greasy or whatever. You might have just touched something and the fingerprint sensor may not be working. You can always switch hands and you can use that to unlock the tablet. So we're almost done here, halfway through. And now we've sort of covered our bases, depending on if we're holding the tablet in the portrait or landscape position. We'll easily be able to unlock the tablet using our fingerprint. All right, guys, so our fingerprints are now programmed, and I'm just going to test it out. Now, you don't even need to wake up the screen. Just take your finger and just place it on the power button, and it'll automatically wake up the tablet just like that. All right, pretty cool. So you can go back to that same section. You can also program your face for the facial recognition. I'm not going to do that in the video, but it's super self-explanatory in terms of programming that. So, want to give a quick pause. If you're getting value out of this video, make sure you bump that like button down below. Appreciate your support and helping the video reach more people. I want to give a quick plug. If you're looking for a good charger recommendation, this little guy is so awesome. It's a 65-watt charger that has the plug and it has the cord already built in. Works great with this tablet, charges it nice and fast, and it has two other ports on it. So you can charge two other devices simultaneously. So for example, I can charge my my Samsung watch and my earbuds all at the same time using this one charger. So great for nightstands, looking for something to charge multiple devices, or I just love taking this on trips because then it means I can charge multiple devices in one outlet. So anyway, I'll link this one right up here and maybe even right here. And if you guys want to check that out, definitely get one of these. It goes great with this tablet and it'll charge it nice and fast. Next, let's talk about how to add your email accounts to the tablet. Now, some of you may have already signed into your Google account and that's on there, but you may have more email accounts that you want to put on there. So it's super easy to do this. You're going to find the Gmail app, which is in the Google folder right here, or the Google folder is also right here. Simply tap in that folder, tap on Gmail. Now you might be saying to yourself, well, I don't have a Gmail. I have a Yahoo or an AOL or just another email type. Well, most people don't know you can sign into other email types in the Gmail app just like this. Gonna hit got it. I'm gonna hit add another email account. And here are the options. So another Gmail, you can just hit Google. If you want to sign into your work email, your Outlook, your Hotmail, your Live, you can do that here. Sign into your Yahoo right here and your Office 360 accounts here. Or you can go to other and you can put in the email address and password, and usually it should allow you to sign into those accounts. If you run into an issue where you have an email type that is not reading in any one of these options, here is an easy workaround to still be able to check the emails for that account. We're going to go home and we're going to go to the Play Store and go to where it says search apps and games. And I'm using the pen, so it wants me to write it, but I don't want to write it. So let's go ahead and switch this. Hit our back button. So what you're going to do first is tap on this button. This is the symbols button. And then tap on the @ symbol. All you're going to do is type in the back half of your email address. For example, if you have an @sbcglobal.net, you type @ and then tap the letters here to go back to the main keyboard. And then just type in sbcglobal.net. And then hit search for the magnifying glass. This will recommend email apps that support that email type. So right here we can see all these different email programs will support that email type. Samsung also has their own proprietary email app you can use too. So I can tap on this, for example, and just hit install. And then I can use the Samsung email app to sign to that email type, or, the Yahoo one, for example. So this is how you can search for an app that will support your specific email type. You tap install, you download it, you open it up, and just put in your email address and password. And then you can check those emails using that app. So that's a really simple workaround for your email. Now let's go over how to check your emails on the tablet. I'm going to go back to Gmail, go into my email right here. Okay, so these are my different emails right here. And I can just swipe through to look at all the different emails that have come through. I can tap on one if I want to read the email, and I can just simply swipe through just like that. If I want to reply to this email, I'm going to tap on the reply button and it'll automatically open it up just like on a computer. So I can begin to respond to this email. Hi. And then in the upper right corner, you'll see this is the attachment button if I want to attach a photo. This is the send button if I'm ready to send off this email. And that's it. Now, if I want to delete emails on the tablet, obviously you can go to each email individually and tap on the trash can to delete it. Or you can tap on the little icon right here next to each email. And this is how you can select multiple emails and delete multiple at one time and then hit the trash can to delete. Or let's say you want to delete all the emails in this folder here. Simply select one and then you can tap select all, and then it will delete all the emails that are in this particular section. Be careful doing this because you don't want to delete something important. So make sure you've gone through and you confirm these are all emails you want to delete. And then tap the trash can and it will delete it. So that's a brief run through of how to delete emails. Now, one more thing. If you do end up signing into multiple email accounts, here's how you can toggle between the different accounts. You're going to tap on the icon for your email account here. And then you would tap add account. Once we add that new account, it'll show up right here. And I can simply select my other email accounts. There will be a list right here. Just select your other email and then it will move you over to that inbox and allow you to check those emails. So that's a brief run through of how you'll toggle between those different email accounts. I want to end the video with going over some things you can do with the pen. Now you can magnetically dock it right at the top of your tablet, just like that. You can also dock it on the back of your tablet too. If you turn the tablet over, it will dock right here as well. And when you move the tablet, it will stay on there, which is pretty cool. Now, most folks are going to use this pen merely as just a stylus, which is great. You can use it for navigating around the tablet. And when there's things where you can type, you can also write. I can actually write in the box here. And as I'm writing, it'll convert the text into words. But you can only write in this box. I can't write over here. It's not going to recognize it. I have to write in an area where you can enter text. So that's one important thing to note. Now, where you can really have the most fun with the pen and find the most value is in the Samsung Notes app, which you'll find right here on your home screen. And you'll also find it here in the app drawer. So if you open up Notes, you can basically create a brand new note. And here I can write just like normal. I can write a full note if I want to, create a full journal. There you go. Just put some text on there. And you can also have this text converted once you write it to text, right? And you can also zoom in and out. Now this, to me, this is how you really get the most value out of the pen. By zooming in, you can write large, but it'll show up much smaller on the page, which is really helpful. You can also draw things, and it will actually convert what you draw into an actual shape. There's all kind of cool stuff you can do with it. You can use this to edit a paper as well. You can also just draw things and have fun in that way as well. So, got your eraser. You can go ahead and erase things nice and easy. Another cool thing you can do when you bring the pen close to the screen, you'll have this little bubble pop up. And when you tap it, you can access these two features. So one is screen write, which is this will automatically take a screenshot and it will allow you to write on the screenshot just like this. So look, takes the screenshot and now I can begin writing on it. Home screen. And if I wanted to circle and draw and whatever, this allows you to basically edit your screenshot and then hit this button to download it. So super easy. Now, the next thing is called AI Select. With this, I can then circle something on my screen and then it will search it for me. I can circle this and I can set it as a wallpaper, or I can tap this button and actually pull the text off of this image. So I can just tap and copy and it will copy that text for me. Right here is the copy button. I can pull that text right off of there and then I can paste it in a different app. I want to just give a quick plug to one other really cool accessory that has a cutout in the back that is for holding the S Pen, which is awesome. Has a really nice matted material on the front here, super clean, gives a cool look. And when you open it up, it actually is a case and it has a keyboard. And on the back here, you can fold this flap down just like this. And then the tablet can stand up into a full laptop, which is so awesome. And now I can go ahead and link up. I have a trackpad here I can use to maneuver my screen here and select apps, which is great. And cool thing is on the corner here, we have a battery indicator, so we always know how much battery we have left. We also have backlit keys. So the keys are going to light up whenever you're in a darker environment, which is great for typing at night. And I can reach right behind here. And there's my S Pen, so easy accessibility there. This is such an awesome case to consider. I did pick it up on Amazon, and I'll link that below in the description of where you can get it. Last thing I wanted to show you is that right here on the side, there's cutouts for the charging port for your tablet. And there's also a cutout right here, which is, this is the power on and off switch. And here is the port for charging the case. And, oh, I forgot to show you this. the keyboard can come off, and this can function as simply a standalone case as well. So this is like the complete package in my opinion. So if you're looking for a really nice case and keyboard combo option, check out this case right here. Number one, how to use 3 apps at one time. So we're going to open up for this demonstration YouTube. Let's go to the Google folder right here. Go to YouTube. Hit the home button. Next, I'm going to open up Google Chrome. And there's a few different ways to do this, but I'm going to show you what I think is just the easiest way to do this. Hit the home button. And then the third app we're going to have open is our music app right here. Hit the home button. Now, if I tap on the recent apps button here, I'm going to first go to YouTube and tap on the YouTube icon and tap on split screen view. And that will automatically put YouTube on the left side of my screen. And now I can go to Chrome, which is going to show up as a recent app because we just opened it. And now I've got 2 apps open at one time. Now, Wayne, you said how to open 3 apps. Well, first, let me show you how to interact with 2, and then I'll show you how to add that third app. So now that we have these 2 apps open here, guess what? I can go ahead and start a YouTube video. I'm going to lower the volume a bit just so it doesn't make a lot of noise. Volume is down. And I'm going to go ahead and play this cool Minecraft video right here. And while this plays, I'm going to then come over here and select something different. Now I have to pause that because of copyright, so I can't let the whole video play. But while this is here, I can be scrolling through on the internet. I can go to Amazon, for example, if I want to do some browsing or some shopping. And I can interact with that while I'm watching a YouTube video here. I can also take the tablet and I can rotate it in the portrait position. And then guess what? If I tap on the 3 dots in the center here and you tap on this option here, it will switch it. So instead of it being left and right, now it's up and down. And this video can play while I'm still browsing through the web. So that's using 2 apps. Let's add a third app to the mix. Now, now our dimensions are off. So I'm going to tap on those 3 dots again. And this time I'm going to move them back to the left and right. And at the bottom here, I can take one of these apps and I can go ahead and drag it up. Now, because we opened up YouTube Music recently, I can drag that one up. I can also drag up, you guessed it, another browser. I can drag up the Samsung browser, or I can drag up the Samsung Notes. So watch this. I'm going to tap on the 3 dots here and I'm going to switch it, move the YouTube to the left, Amazon to the right, and then I'm going to hold on the Samsung Notes and drag it on the screen. Now I can have my YouTube video playing here. Here I can have my web browser, and I can have a notes tab right here where I can take notes on different things that I'm grabbing from YouTube. I can take notes from things I'm grabbing here from Amazon, and I can go ahead and write them right on my little Samsung notepad right here. So that's how you have 3 apps open at one time. But guess what? You can do more than 3 apps. You can actually do 4 apps because you can now do what's called a floating app as well. Now, there are rare scenarios where you would want to have so many things open, but I just want to show you what you can do, and then you decide when it makes sense for you. You may want to have, for example, your messages open. You can grab your messages here and drag it to the center, and now it'll open up messages as a pop-up on screen. Now at the top of this little box here for messages, there's a little blue bar. You hold on that blue bar to drag this left or right. You can tap on that blue bar to also shrink this down. You can have it as just a pop-up. Maybe you're texting someone, and when they're not texting you, you just shrink the window down, and when they text you, you tap it, you open up, you respond, and then you just close it back up after. So that is how you multitask on the S10 FE tablet. And again, as you begin to play around with it, you'll see different configurations that'll make sense for you. Now, guess what? If we want to go back to just 2 apps, I can go to the 2 dots that separate these 2 windows here, and I can just drag down. And now we're just down to one on the left, one on the right. And then I can drag left or right to go ahead and either make this one bigger or make this one bigger. This is actually a great view if you want to look at YouTube Shorts while you're browsing through Amazon. Or I can drag this all the way to close it out and go back to one window. So that is multitasking on the Samsung S10 FE. Now, let's move on to our next tip. This is more of a hidden feature here. If you grab your pen, bring your pen close to the screen and press the button. This will trigger what is called your screen off memo, and you can begin to write notes even when the screen is locked. I have a passcode on the screen, but just because I brought the pen close and I tapped, it triggered opening up a screen off memo. This is great for when you need to write a quick note and you don't have time to open the tablet, go to your note app. You can simply just bring your pen close, press that button, start a screen off memo, and jot down whatever you need to write down, hit save, and that note is going to automatically save to your Samsung Notes. Now, if I try to tap the screen and I try to unlock it, guess what? It's still going to ask for my PIN. So the cool thing is this works even without putting in your PIN code. Okay, for our next tip, I want to show you how to keep your screen on longer. You're going to swipe down to the right of the camera. Camera's here. Swipe down to the right. Tap on the settings wheel in the upper right corner. From here, we're going to go up to display. And then we're going to swipe up and go to screen timeout. Now, out of the box, yours should be set to either 15 seconds or 30 seconds. I like to set mine normally to either 2 minutes or 5 minutes. That way, the screen doesn't go off so often. And also, turn on keep screen on while viewing. The screen will basically use the front camera to determine if someone is looking at the screen. And if it determines that, then it will keep the screen on even if it's over the 2 or 5 minute mark. So this is a very easy way to just keep your screen on longer. Now guys, I want to give a quick plug to one of my new favorite devices. This is the new Samsung Galaxy Ring, a really awesome accessory for those of you that want to keep track of your health stats, for example, sleeping or your steps, but you're not a watch person. Normally you have to have a Samsung watch to track your steps, but with the Samsung Galaxy Ring, this can go ahead and track your stats for you. Again, sleep, your skin temperature, your steps, different things like that. And it links right up with your Samsung phone or with your Tab S10 FE. It's a cool accessory. I've been using it for a couple weeks. It has over a week of battery life per charge, and it comes with a really cool charging case as well. So definitely check this out. It's a great accessory to go with your Tab S10 FE, and I'll link on screen here if you want to get more information on that Samsung Galaxy Ring. Okay, next I want to show you a really cool feature that I use so often. This is a feature that will allow you to grab text off of your screen. For example, maybe you are on Amazon and you're doing some browsing and you just want to find something to buy, right? So let's say we were to select this thing right here, and we want to highlight the text on the screen because we want to grab it and copy it. If you long press on the home button for 1 second, it'll put you in this mode here that will allow you to do one of two things. One, I can select text. I'm going to take my pen and just hover over a word and long press, and then it will allow me to select that word, and then I can go ahead and drag. I can basically highlight over this text, and I can select all this text, and then I can come up here and copy it. Once I've copied it, I can take it and paste it into a text message. I can also go to my Samsung Notes app, and I can long press here, and then I can paste that information on the screen here too. Right there, paste. And just that easy, you can basically pull text from any screen. You could be on Wikipedia researching something and you want to copy a paragraph. All you do is hold that home button to go into that mode, and then it will allow you to select any and all text that is on the screen. Now, the other cool thing is in this mode, when you long press, you can use what is called the circle to search feature. You might see something cool on the screen and you want to get more information on it. For example, this little car, I can just circle this and it's automatically going to take this image and throw it into Google search and give me more information on it. And it'll show me exactly where I can buy it. I can even price compare and see, is this actually the best price? Amazon has it for $52.80, whereas online it's much more expensive. So Amazon has the better price. I can also scroll up and look at other websites that might be selling it too, and I can price compare. So this is a really cool feature. You can use this circle to search to basically highlight anything on screen and get more information on it. I love to use this on YouTube or on TikTok. Sometimes you'll see something really cool in someone's video and you're like, oh, what is that? Where can I go to get that? Well, long press, grab your pen, go ahead and circle it, and then you can easily throw it into the Google search and get so much more information on what it is and where it's offered and maybe if the pricing is better. Okay, next, let's go over how to launch the Gemini Assistant. You're going to do this by holding down on the power button in the top left corner. We're going to just press and hold, and this will open our Gemini Assistant. It'll automatically begin listening, so you can just begin talking to it. And there's so many cool things you can do with Gemini. I use it for all kind of stuff. Maybe you have a question, or maybe you want to take a picture of something and get more information about it. I'm going to long press on the button, launch Gemini. Next, you can turn on what is called Share Screen with Live. So when you turn on Gemini Live, when you turn on Gemini Live, you can actually talk to Gemini as if it's a person. So if you show it something on screen, you can ask it questions and have a dialogue, a back-to-back conversation with the AI, which is pretty cool. Let's do a screen share. So right now I'm sharing my entire tablet screen, and I'm going to go to Google Chrome, and I'm just going to ask it a question. Hey Gemini, is this a good price for this little toy?
That Amazon page seems to be for a VTech Get Growing tractor, but the toy in the picture is a completely different Amazon delivery van ride-on toy. The van is priced at $39.99, which is 10% off its list price of $45.99. To figure out if that's a good price, could you tell me which toy you're interested in?
Yeah, the Amazon delivery van ride-on toy for kids.
Okay, the Amazon delivery van ride-on toy is priced at $39.99, which is 10% off its list price of $45.99. To give you a better idea of whether that's a good price, I can look up comparisons to similar ride-on toys or check what other retailers are charging. Would you like to do that?
Sure.
It looks like other retailers are selling the same toy for around $68, which is definitely more than the price you're seeing on Amazon. So it seems like you've found a pretty good deal on this Amazon delivery van ride-on toy. Would you like to know anything else about the toy before you decide?
No, that's it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there anything else I can help you with today? Or
No.
are you good to go?
I'm good to go.
Okay, have a great shopping day.
All right, guys. So for our next tip, I want to show you how to launch the Gemini AI Assistant. Now, this is a really cool feature that you can use to do some very basic things all the way up to some really advanced things. I don't have the time to go into all the cool things you can do, but let me just give you a little preview of what you can do with Gemini. So the button is going to be in the upper left corner right here. You're just going to long press for 1 second, and this will launch the Gemini Assistant, and it will automatically begin listening. So some of the ways I like to use Gemini are, again, they're very basic. I'll do this. Hey Gemini, can you set a 70-minute timer so I can check my laundry when it's finished?
I've set a timer for 70 minutes, 1 hour and 10 minutes, with the label laundry. It is scheduled to go off at 11:28 p.m.
So that's a very simple task, but basically it set a timer for me for 1 hour and 10 minutes. And that timer is going to live right up here, and I can always see in the corner that I have a timer that's going. Now, guess what? I could have swiped up and gone to the clock and then gone to timer, and then from there set it manually, but you can ask Gemini to interact with apps on your screen and automatically set those things for you. You can also ask it to open certain apps for you. Maybe you can't find an app on your phone. You can say, Gemini, open this app for me. All the way up to, hey Gemini, I need to buy a present for someone. Can you give me a list of recommendations? Let's try this one actually. Watch this. Hey Gemini, Christmas is coming up and I have no idea what to get for my 8-year-old daughter. Can you recommend 5 hot toys?
It's exciting. Shopping for an 8-year-old girl is fun.
Now, you don't always have to listen to it as it talks it through. You can just have it come up and then you can browse through it like this. So let's see, interactive tech pet, DIY crafting kit, advanced Lego building set, a creative tech gadget, a trendy board or logic game. So this is pretty cool. It gave us 5 different recommendations, and you can then get a lot more granular with your follow up question. You can say, "Oh, I like number 3. Can you let me know what retailer sells that?" And then it will find it for you. So, Gemini does a ton. I don't have the time to get into all the cool things you can do, but that's just a preview of what you can do with Gemini Assistant. Another really fun thing, this is if you get bored, you can launch what is called Gemini Live. So it opens up here, tap on share screen with live, and just tap on share screen. And now that you're in the live mode, you can talk to Gemini as if you're talking to a person. Hey, Gemini, can you tell me a really funny joke?
Okay, I've got one for you. What do you call a fake noodle? An impasta.
An impasta.
Get
Oh,
it?
that's so
Impa.
funny. That's good. Do you have another good one?
Of course. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything.
Oh, that's
Get
so
it?
funny.
Make up everything?
Okay, last one. Gemini, tell me a Christmas joke specifically.
Okay, last one coming your way. What do you call a snowman with a habit? A snowboard. Laughing out loud. Hope that tickled your funny bone.
Oh,
Anything
man.
else I can help you with?
That's it. So that's a preview of what Gemini Live looks like, which is a really cool feature where you can basically talk back and forth with Gemini. You can do a lot more than just have a silly conversation. I've taken a picture of something and said, "Hey, Gemini, what is this?" And it will look it up and help me find it. So anyway, just grazing the surface of what you can do. The Gemini assistant is so much more advanced than the normal assistant that used to be there, which was just the basic Google assistant. So definitely play around with that and see all the cool things you can do with it. Okay, for our next tip, I want to show you the app Edge. Now on the right side of the screen, you'll see a little gray bar right here. And when I swipe into the gray bar, it'll bring up what is called your app Edge. And this is basically a shortcut menu you can use to add apps that you use often. So no matter what you're doing on the tablet, you can always just swipe over to bring up this menu. If I'm in Google Chrome, for example, I'm on a website, I could still swipe over and bring up this quick menu. This is great for needing to take a quick note. I can even drag an app from this menu here, just press and hold and drag it over, and I can automatically jump into split screen, or I can drag it to the center and have it open up as a pop-up window. And I can drag from the corners here to shrink this down or make it larger, or drag from this blue bar here if I want to put it in the corner of the screen. Now this is really great because again, maybe you're doing some online shopping and you just want to take some quick notes of things that you're looking at. Well, have this note open at the bottom here, and you can highlight some on-screen text, copy it, paste it here, and then you can keep on browsing. So again, all this comes from the app Edge. Now you can customize this menu by tapping on this pencil in the bottom corner. This will allow you to select what apps are going to show up in this menu. Maybe you want to have a shortcut to your Google or your Gmail, excuse me. And if you add after, I think, 6 apps, it'll jump to a dual menu that'll have 2 sets of apps. So watch this. I can add my calculator there. Now it has split into a list of 2. And let's see, what else do I want to put there? Let's also add my YouTube music so I can quickly open this up and listen to music while I'm on my tablet. So you can add lots of apps here. And now, again, when you're using it, you can just swipe over to bring up this menu here. And then you have all these apps that are a quick shortcut for you to access. That is your app Edge. Now, I want to give another quick plug, and this one is going to be for the new Samsung Galaxy Watch 8. This is a really sweet watch that helps me to, one, look stylish. Got this nice little band on it here. It allows me to keep track of my steps. I can check my notifications for text messages, for emails. I can answer calls on this. I can ping my tablet or my phone if I ever lose it. And you can do a bunch of other cool stuff with it as well. One of the best things it's for is for your workout tracking. If you're someone who likes to run, walk, lift weights, and you want to keep track of your heart rate in real time, you can use this to basically keep track of all those health stats. And this is just a really sweet watch. Came out this year, And if you're interested in some cool companion products to go with your tablet, I would say check out this watch. I'll make sure to link it on screen right here so you can see the current price and all the other promotions that are available. Okay, for our next tip, I want to show you how to launch the camera with this cool hidden feature. Now, basically, by double tapping on the power button, it'll automatically launch your camera just like this. Double press, it'll automatically wake up the tablet, and then it will launch the camera. Now, guess what? This will work whether your tablet is on or off. So right now I'm on the home screen. I'm going to double tap on the power button, and it'll automatically launch the camera. And look, my screen is off. I'm going to double tap the power button. It'll wake up and go right to the camera. This is a great way to ensure you never miss any important moments. So definitely great to know about that. Now, some of you might say, I don't plan on using the camera very much, so that's pretty useless to me. Well, if you say that, here is another thing you can do with that gesture. So if I swipe down to the right of the camera and I go hit the power button, I can then tap on side button settings, and then where it says double press, I'm going to tap here, and I can change what happens when I hit that double press. Maybe I don't care about opening the camera. Maybe I'd rather open up something more useful like my Samsung Notes. Maybe I'd like it to trigger a screenshot. Or maybe I want it to trigger just another app altogether. I can hit that bottom option, and now I can select which app opens when I hit that double tap. Some of you might say, I want it to open YouTube. Well, now if we hit that double tap, it'll automatically open up YouTube. So that's a really easy alternative if you're someone who says, hey, I'm not going to be doing a lot of taking pictures with the tablet, but I will be doing other things. Then I would tell you consider remapping that button so that it launches something else. I'm going to go ahead and change it and take it back to just opening the camera. If you've gotten value out of any of the tips shared so far, make sure by you tapping that button, it lets YouTube know that you find it a helpful video, and in turn, they will take that feedback and they will push it out to more people. So I truly appreciate you taking a quick moment and doing that to help the video be successful. Let's move into our next tip, which is how to change the wallpaper, the background of the tablet. And I'm going to long press on the home screen, and here is our menu option for wallpaper and style. Let's tap here. And so this is the default wallpaper. Now I can go to change wallpaper, and there are some options. If I tap on this arrow, these are some of the built-in wallpapers, which it just isn't enough. I want more options. If we go to gallery, I can actually select a picture that I've taken on the tablet. I just took this picture. I can make this picture my background. So that's how you can select one of your own pictures and make it the background of the tablet. Let's hit our back button. There are some more options here under graphical I can select. There's some options under colors I can select as well. And there are these two other options here. Okay, so I really didn't like a lot of those options that were available for the wallpapers. So the next best option is to go to the Play Store and search for an app called Backdrops. This is an amazing app that has so many great wallpapers, and you will be able to select from some really fun options to make your tablet look more unique. We're going to hit open. I'm not going to allow for notifications. And then it's going to show us a list of just really awesome high resolution wallpapers that you can use for your tablet. So if we go through here, it usually takes me a few seconds to find one that I like. And so far, these are pretty good. Let's keep looking, keep looking. And I actually have this one on one of my other devices right now, which I like that one a lot. I'm going to go with this one right here. This one's really fun. So I'm going to hit set, swipe up, and I'm going to just set it as my home screen wallpaper. Hit the home button. And now I've got this really nice wallpaper. So this is just one of many great apps you can download to give you some really cool wallpaper options. Another cool one is an app that is called Wally, which is Walli. Check out this one as well. This one's going to have some really great wallpapers. There's an app called Zedge. That's another popular one as well, which is right here. So those are just a few recommendations to get some better wallpapers to make your tablet really stand out. Now, one more really clutch accessory for this tablet is this Anchor portable charger. Now, this Anchor charger is pretty awesome. So this will allow you to actually charge up to 4 devices at one time. So I can actually charge my tablet via the USB cable right here. So that's one, and it retracts back in. Next, I can use this second USB-C that's automatically plugged in that also doubles as a hook to actually be able to carry the tablet. And then on the side here, excuse me, the battery pack. And then on the side here, I have 2 more ports. So I have another USB-C port and I have a full USB 2.0 port as well. This is powerful enough to actually charge a laptop. So it would charge probably this tablet, I want to say at least 1.5 to 2 times, if not more. Normally, I carry this with me so I can keep my portable laptop charged. Or if I forget to charge it, I know I'm always going to charge this, and therefore I'm always going to be good to go. So I'm going to link this one on screen right here. This thing I bring literally everywhere I go because I never have to worry about like my phone. If my phone battery is low, I know this is going to help me out. Same thing with my laptop and my tablet. So definitely look into getting one of these. And Christmas is coming up. This is such a great gift to get the man in your life. Who doesn't like an amazing battery pack to keep all those tech devices charged? So anyway, quick plug for that cool little device there. And today I want to show you how to take a screenshot on the Samsung Galaxy S10 FE. There's a few ways to do this. One way is by using your palm and just swiping from left to right on the screen quickly, and it will take what's called a palm screenshot, just like this. There you go. Let me try it again, left to right, and make sure your palm drags across the screen like this. There you go. It will snap a screenshot. Now the other way is by holding on the power and the volume down button for 1 second, just like this. So power, volume down. You're gonna press and let it go, just like this. See that? Let's try it again. Power, volume down, same time. Press, let it go. And you'll see that little screen pop up in the left corner. And that screen is what you'll use to make edits to the screenshot, or you can always go to your gallery, and the gallery here will create a folder for screenshots. So right here, if we just press on the menu here and go to albums, it will create a screenshot gallery. So now you can see all the screenshots in one place. Here you can always tap on it and then you can access all the editing tools. If you want to, for example, crop it down and focus on a certain section, you can do that. Right here, you tap on the pencil first, and then you can access the editing options. Now, okay, let me show you this one more time. We swipe across the screen. If you tap on this button here, this will allow you to crop the screenshot right after you take it. So here I can drag from the corners. If I want to shrink down the area for the screenshot, I can drag from the top here down, and then that will shrink down our screenshot. And then I can tap on this pencil here if I want to write or highlight on the screen or make any other adjustments. There's an eraser here, and then I can tap this button to download the picture and this button to share it out when I'm finished. So that's how you take a screenshot. Now next, I want to show you how to print that screenshot. So we're going to go to the gallery and we're going to find the screenshot that we want to print. And by the way, this works for all the pictures on your tablet, not just screenshots. So let's say I want to print this screenshot right here. I'm going to go to the upper right corner, tap on the 3 dots, and come down to print. And then from here, I can select my printer. Now, it's important to note that you will need a wireless printer to make this work, obviously, and you will need to make sure your tablet is connected to Wi-Fi. So make sure your Wi-Fi is on. You're going to swipe down from the right here to access your Wi-Fi menu. Make sure your Wi-Fi is turned on and is connected. You'll know it's connected because here it'll say the name of the network that you're on. And there you go. Now my Epson is showing up on the network here, and I'm just going to tap on that Epson. I'm using an Epson XP4200. Super reliable printer, very inexpensive, and it's been working great for me. Now I can Once this button is lit up in yellow, that means I can go ahead and print by just tapping that button. Now, we just went over how to print a picture or a screenshot. Next, I want to show you how to print an email, and then I'll end the video with showing you how to print a website as well. So, hit the home button, and let's go to our Gmail. Okay, let's select an email to print. I'm going to select this Flipboard email here. So this is the email I want to print. I'm going to go to the upper right corner, tap on the three dots, come down to print. It's going to give me the same exact menu. I'm going to tap select a printer, select my Epson XP4200. Now, sometimes it will take just a few minutes for it to load the information, especially if it's printing multiple pages. Here's a little trick to make it load the pages faster. If you tap on the drop down arrow and go to save as PDF first, for some reason it auto loads all the pages. Then you can go back and switch it to the Epson, which is, or whatever printer you have linked to it, and then you can hit print. So this, for some reason, just makes all the other pages load quicker. Now, one thing you'll notice is that this email has 10 pages. So if there's a page you don't want to print, you can simply uncheck it in the bottom right corner. So I don't want to print this one, this one, this one, and this one. So now those are grayed out and those are not going to print when I send it to the printer. So that's how you control what pages are print and which ones are not. You can also tap on copies right here to access additional menu options. So for example, you can add, multiple copies. You can change the paper size. You can print from color to black and white. You can change the orientation from portrait to landscape, print double-sided, or print in a range. So you have all these extra options to access. Now, lastly, let me show you how to print a web page. Let's open up Chrome. And right now we're on Amazon. And let's say I want to print this cool iPhone charging dock. I'm going to go to the upper right corner, tap on the three dots. And what you'll notice is that there is no print button in Chrome. There's just one extra step you have to take before you get to that button. You're going to tap on the share button. It'll bring up this menu, and then your print button is right here. Tap on print. It'll take us to the same menu. And again, it will take a minute to load the preview. Our little trick will work as well. Select a printer, go to save as PDF, and this should quickly load all the pages. And this Amazon site has 12 pages, so you'll definitely want to turn off a couple. And then we'll just switch it back to our Epson. Our button is lit up yellow, and that means that we are now ready to print. And that's it. So that was how to take a screenshot and how to print. And I want to just, I'll drop a link right here for the printer I'm using, which is the Epson XP4200. A very inexpensive printer, very reliable. If you're looking for a really nice wireless printer to go with your tablet, I definitely recommend this one. It's worked great for me. The ink is, not too expensive. And, just I've had a good experience with it. So I'll link that on screen. Today I want to show you what to do if your Samsung Galaxy S10 FE tablet freezes or the touchscreen is not working properly. There's a little trick you can do, which is called a soft reset. And think of this like taking the battery out and putting it back in. It just totally shuts down the system and reboots it. And usually if you're having a software issue, this is an easy way to just, overcome it. So let me show you how to do it. Just like this, hold power, volume down. Now when you hold it, it might trigger a screenshot. It also may bring up this menu on screen. Just continue to hold those two buttons, and literally less than 5 seconds, it's going to shut the tablet down, and then it's going to boot it back up again. And so again, sometimes you download an app that is taking up too much space, or the app is glitching. This is a way to sort of shock the system by just shutting it down and turning it back on. Don't worry about it deleting any files or any information. It's simply just, it shuts down the system and reboots it. And usually once it boots back up, it should be able to solve the issue. Now, if you have physical damage done to your screen, this is not going to help that. If your touchscreen is not working properly and you have dropped it or cracked it, unfortunately, this will not help. So what I would recommend to you is go to your local cell phone repair shop and have them take a look at it, and they can give you an estimate on replacing the screen. You can also go online and search iFixit. There's all these locations that you can go to where you can find a technician to replace your screen, or you can reach out to Samsung at samsung.com, go to their web support, and you can tell them the issue you're having or tell them your screen is cracked, and they can recommend a certified service and repair center to have your tablet fixed. I want to show you how to reset your Samsung Galaxy S10 FE back to factory settings. What you're going to do is swipe down on the right side of the screen and go to your settings in the upper right corner. From here, we're going to swipe up and go to our accounts and backup, and we're going to go to manage accounts. And here you'll see all the Google accounts and all the other accounts that are currently signed in on your tablet. The most important ones are deleting or removing your Google or Gmail accounts. So I'm going to tap on this account here and just tap remove account, remove, and with just a few seconds, it's gone. Now, the reason you have to remove Google accounts is because when you try to reset the tablet, if you don't take the Google account off, it will link it to the tablet. So when it resets, it will ask you for that password for that account before you can finish setting up the tablet. So if you're planning on returning it to a store or selling it to a friend, you'll want to make sure that's off of there. If not, it will lock the tablet and it will not be usable. Okay. The second thing is you want to remove your Samsung account as well. So you just tap on that, tap remove account and remove, and hit sign out. Now it is going to ask you to put in the password for that Samsung account before you remove it. So just keep that in mind. Or you can tap on verify with a one-time email. It'll send you an email to your phone that's linked as well to your Samsung account. And then you'll be able to unlink the tablet that way. They basically want to make sure that you're the one that is signing out and not someone who might have either stolen your tablet or hacked your account. So this is just an extra precaution to make sure that you are the one that is deleting the account from your tablet. All right, so we just finished verifying the account via email, and now I'm going to jump back over to the settings, and the account is now removed. Next, we're going to swipe up and go to our general management, and then we're going to swipe up and go to reset, and then swipe up and go to factory data reset. And here it's going to show you all the things it's going to sign you out of and delete from the tablet. Tap on reset and delete all. Now, once you do this, it's going to start the process of factory resetting the tablet. And all that means is it's going to erase all of your data from the tablet, and then it's going to set it up like a brand new tablet. So at this point, you don't want to touch it. Just let it sit. It could take anywhere from 30 seconds to 5 minutes to go through the whole process. One important note, it will not factory reset your tablet if it is below 30% battery. So you want to make sure that it is charged up before you trigger this process. If you got value out of this video, make sure you bump that like button down below and tap that new button. There's a button called the hype button. I really appreciate you tapping that. What that does is it's a new way that YouTube is trying to gauge how someone has interacted with the video and how helpful it was. If it's really helpful, they say hit the hype button, and that tells them that you really approve of it. And that basically helps them to say, hey, people like this video, it's being hyped. I'm going to push it out to more people. So I'd appreciate you tapping that button as well. And feel free to leave a comment down below and let me know when you did your reset and when the video helped you. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care, and as always, have a good one.